Hey, so in this video, we're going to look at how to use the Helium 10 black box. So Helium 10 is probably my favorite software for researching and doing getting all the data and all the stuff I need for researching products I'm going to do original listings for, or an FBA product if I'm launching a new product. What I like to do is drop ship my products before I decide to go to FBA, if I even ever want to go to FBA, because you don't actually have to do Amazon FBA. If you can find a reliable supplier that will continuously ship your product within a standard, like if you're selling in the US, right? So we're Amazon.com US. If you have a supplier that will ship not from China, right? Like a local shipping, like a local company that'll ship from the United States, like the AliExpress US ship from locations. And there's a lot of other suppliers too that have unbranded products or products that don't really carry a brand name that you can kind of test out, build a brand and list your products that way. And if you want to go to FBA later, you can. So black box is actually really simple to use. So depending on what categories you sell in, all you're going to do is come here and click a category. Once you're in the black box, right, so you're going to click black box, and then you're going to click this category right here. So let's say we sell in, let's go electronics. I never do electronics, so let's do it for this video. Then I'm going to go minimum monthly revenue. Let's go 5,000 bucks. And then I'm going to do a max of, let's go 100,000. Right? In electronics, generally the prices can be pretty much anywhere, right? But let's just go with the lowest of 10 bucks, just for the sake of finding a product that we can sell over $10. Let's go with a max of, I don't know, let's go with a max of 300 bucks. Review count. In this, for me, I don't really care for a max review count. But what you can do is, if you're looking for products that have just launched, this is actually a really good strategy. Products that have recently launched and already have a few reviews, but the sales ranks are already really low. So if this product comes out of the gate and it already starts to sell really well, that generally means rather they found a really good product or they know what they're doing, right? So generally, when you search for, let's just say, a minimum review count of 1 and a max of, let's say, 10. These are going to be relatively newer products, right? Now, if you have a review count on a product that's like 100 or 500 reviews, obviously the product's going to be around a lot longer, and it might actually be a little more difficult for you to compete with that product. Now, I like to leave the review count at 0 because, and there's a main reason why, is there will be some products, newer products, that have no reviews yet that already have sales ranks below, say, 100,000. And I know below 100,000 isn't amazing, but it definitely, 100,000 without a first review is amazing. So being able to find products like that, that's a really good way for you to kind of spy on competition, see what they're doing, take a look at the competition outside of, once you find a product with this, with these parameters set, then you want to go look at who's competing with that guy, right? So if we find a product out of this search, what you want to do is look at the remaining competition too, right? You want to look at the remaining competition to see if there's just too much competition or not. So what I like to do is I like to go 0, right? And I'll go up like to a maximum of 10. Now if I'm just doing a basic search, I'll actually just leave the review count fields, both of them, empty. But in this case, I'm going to do the up to 10. So we're going to look for relatively newer products that have more recently launched. Review rating to me doesn't matter, but we want to go at least a 3-star, right? And that's it. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to click search. Now Helium 10 is going to pull up some results for me. And as soon as the results are pulled up, I'm just going to basically pick what I might want to look at a couple of the products, but I'm basically just going to pick what I think looks like a good product to me, or if it's got a decent monthly sales or monthly revenue, then I'm just going to go with a product, right? So okay, obviously we're not going to go with Amazon Echo. Rack mount rail panel, 5K monthly revenue, 18 sales a month, not the greatest. Okay, $300 item though, not bad. Okay, so, and I think it's got a 3 5-star reviews. That's pretty cool. Here's 9 reviews, 4.3 stars. This Sundown, so I've never heard of the brand Sundown. Could be a big brand name, I don't know. but it only has 9 reviews, and it's got a 4.3 stars. That's pretty good. 5K monthly revenue. And now, generally, when you're doing this 1 star to look at 0 to 10 star review count, some of the sales volume might not be massive, but when you set your parameters to search at least 5,000 monthly, you're gonna find some really, really good items that you can do you can branch research out off of beyond that. Okay, so I generally don't try to compete with the huge brand names, but in some cases you actually can, because it all depends on, sometimes you're not competing just directly with this, right, directly with Sony, because there's obviously people that are also competing with Sony too, right, and they might be doing something different. So what you can do is stem your search based off of one product that you first look at. So if we wanted to look at this one, we would then go to Amazon, look at this product, and see what other competitors are doing in terms of products related to this one, right? Because you might be able to find some no-name or like a new Amazon seller, like their own brand, a brand you never heard of before, right, doing extremely well with basically the same product, right? So just because Amazon's so powerful, it's crazy that obviously a lot of these bigger brand names, they hold value, they hold merit. A lot of people are brand loyalty and brand trust, right? But a lot of shoppers on Amazon, they look for a lot of different things. They're not just looking for those well-known brands, and if they were, none of us would be able to be in business, right? Anybody creating their own products and own brands from scratch wouldn't be able to make any money because people are only buying these big brands, which is not true. So don't hold back from looking at bigger brand names, looking at some of their products, and branching or stemming your search off that product to see in depth what you can look at other competitors and what other competitors are doing. And that's the kind of, I like to do that as well. When I see a big brand, I don't get worried at all. Sometimes I'll usually click them and see what other guys are doing in competition directly with this guy, and then I'll see what's going on with those guys and see if I can beat them. But I'm just gonna keep going looking for something. I'm gonna look for something simple, brand I've never heard of before. Over 5K, only 1 5-star review. And see, look at the sales ranks already 100,000. 1 review, 100,000. There's 9 reviews, 52,000 sales rank. Now it's a LG TV, so that obviously adds to it, right? But okay, Nintendo Switch. Helmer, okay, I've never heard of that. Helmer, 26,000 sales rank, 10 reviews, only 3.2 stars. So this could be a really good one because they're clearly not doing the greatest. Maybe there's something going on with this product, right? But they are selling it pretty well, right? They're selling almost one every single day. Sales ranks 26,000, right? Really cool. So I'm just gonna open up this item and see what they're doing. So it is a in-wall amplifier, in-wall. So I guess this thing plugs into the wall, and it's a stereo system. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's got a remote. Okay, so $280 for this in-wall stereo system. Right, $280. And as you can see, the sales ranks 26,000. Let's just double verify that by scrolling down. Okay, 30,000, which is still really good. Still a really good sales rank for a brand name I never heard before. They only got 10 reviews. 31 answered questions. That's pretty good. People are definitely still buying this thing. So for $280. Now, if you already sell on Amazon and you do FBA, you probably already know you could probably find something just like this for a price where you could come in and absolutely crush this guy's price, right? So what I would do is I would go ahead and take this thing. Maybe I would go in-wall home audio stereo system. I just grab that. I'll keep this tab open. I'll leave this guy here, and then I'll just go over to Amazon and I'll search this in-wall home stereo system thing and see. Okay, there's a 3-inch for $170. This is the same guy, Helmer. So this one's a little bit better, 3.5 instead of 3.2. People aren't in love with this product, otherwise it'd be at least a 4-star product. So you can also take a look at what some of the negative reviews are and keep those in mind when you're searching out your product. You're going to want to find a product that doesn't have, if there's any reviews on the product you're looking at, or if you can reach out to the manufacturer, and you can actually, what you can do is reach out to the manufacturer, the one you're going to buy and you're going to source and start selling on Amazon, and note some of the problems with your competitors. Let's say the touchscreen doesn't work all the time, or like, I don't know what this review says right here. Let's just take a look at it quick. Okay, the guy didn't like the directions. So right there is a thing you could capitalize on. You could make sure your directions with your product are very clear, very concise, right? And that it's 100% English. And sounded decent. No tonal adjustment, right? No tonal adjustment. So when you're reaching out and trying to source a product similar to this one, right? Say you wanted to sell this product here, right? Which I think is actually a decent opportunity. It's a high ticket product, so you would have to have a little bit more cash flow if you're going to do FBA. But if you could find one of these and drop ship it from a local supplier, I would start with that. Now, next thing you want to do is go over to another Amazon tab and take a look at these in-wall home theater systems. See how many more there is. So far I'm just seeing the Helmer. There's 3 of them. Here's another one. A 7-inch for $560. It's got 1 5-star review. 129,000. And this is actually Helium 10 too right here. This is Helium 10 showing me this stuff right here. So that's not bad. 1 review and it's already 129,000 in electronics. But 1 review isn't enough for us to kind of gauge, but it is enough for us to get an idea when we're also looking at everything else going on in relation to these products. So it looks like this Helmer guy is pretty much dominating. Now we don't have an actual very specific keyword. So let's go see if we can get in-wall. I would maybe in-wall speaker system. In-wall speaker system. In-wall speaker system. And I want to see if we can find some more other than the Helmer. The Helmer guy. A lot of speakers are popping up. Okay, there's the Helmer guy. That one's 73,000, the 3-inch one. So as you can see, when you type in wall, what do we type in? In-wall speaker system, and it popped up in Amazon predictive search. Right, so people are actually searching this. In-wall speaker system. Not a lot of these are coming up, right? Like this Helmer guy. And as you can see, he's got, this is a 3.5, the other one's 3.2. It's got poor directions or instructions, and there's no tonal adjustment. So those are 2 things you can take when sourcing a new product that you're going to sell on Amazon. Another thing you can do is find it at a low enough price where you can undercut. If you want to undercut their price, so you'll have a better price and a better value because you're going to try to find a supplier. You're going to note the imperfections with the products you're competing with and say, make sure that the instructions are very clear English, and does your product have tonal adjustment? Can you adjust like the tone, the treble, and the bass? Yes or no? And if it's a no, just keep searching for new suppliers. And you can literally just start on AliExpress, or you can go straight to Alibaba if you want to do Amazon FBA. But I like to drop ship all my products first before I want to go buy 500 or 1,000 units. Saves yourself a lot of time and a lot of money, and it lowers the risk by like 1,000%. Now, sometimes they won't have exactly what you're looking for, right? So sometimes you kind of got to go the FBA route, especially with these more expensive products. Like AliExpress has a lot of cheaper products, but you can do the same process. Let's just say we did it with like a $10 or a $20 item. So if I wanted to go back, like AliExpress probably has something like that, like a TV channel box, or like maybe a cheap laptop. I don't know, maybe a TV. What do we have? Car stereo system with, is there a video? With a video, right? AliExpress probably has something like that, right? So you can always, here's another one, screen magnifier, iPhone screen magnifier, $16, 4 5-star reviews. So that's another one, $16, right? So that could be another one we could open up. Now what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to go back. I know I'm moving ahead a little quickly. So what I'm going to do is go back to that. No idea where it is. In-wall speaker system. There it is. So I'm back at that in-wall speaker system. So I'm going to look for, I'm just going to type in stereo system and see what I can find on AliExpress. What do you know? In-wall stereo system. Now $260, not the greatest price, but you can drop ship it. So I'm just going to look if there's any more. Doesn't look like they have any more, but there's one right here. So I'm going to open it up. Now keep in mind this 7-inch one, I don't know what size this is, but the 7-inch one of the Helmer guy, it was $560. right? So we can't compete with this guy, but that's a 5-inch. So that's going to be the difference, is the size. If it's the same quality and the same value, but the size is bigger, clear. That's why it goes up in price, right? The 3-inch was 170. The 5-inch is 280, and the 7-inch of this product, if you remember looking at it 2 minutes ago, was over $500. So and it had like 120,000 sales rank with only one review, right? So these things are gonna sell. Now what you want to do is see what size this is. So I would just want to take a look at the size here. And a good thing is sometimes you can't. Okay, it's the 7-inch. It says it right there. 7-inch right there. So we found the 7-inch on Amazon over $500. So if you look over here, there's actually more, right? So here's some more, $200. So right, so you can just keep digging until you can find one that you can actually drop ship, right? Now you're gonna want to do what you can do. Another little secret that I like to do with Amazon is I will create a whole new shipping template, a shipping template on Amazon, and I will only allow economy shipping, like I think it's 10 to 15 days or something. And AliExpress, I think sometimes they'll be US ship from, and that's what you're gonna want to choose. But if they don't have US ship from, what you can do is choose their other fastest shipping option, which is going to be right here, DHL. And DHL or FedEx, they're going to give you an actual tracking number which you can upload to Amazon, and it'll actually be, it's going to look like it's coming from a domestic supplier potentially to your customer if they don't pay enough attention, right? If they're just looking at the tracking, oh, DHL, cool. So $20 DHL shipping arrives by June 6th. Right now it's May 21st. So that is pretty much 2 weeks shipping, and that's pretty much like economy. So you could choose that option, set yourself up with a economy shipping template when you're going to drop ship your products. Now once you get this thing to start selling, right, you're drop shipping it, and then you can decide if you want to take it to FBA or not after you've decided the product's viable, right? Are you going to be able to make enough profit, for one, taking it to FBA? For two, are you going to get this thing, will it actually sell? Will you be able to get it ranked? Is it going to be worth it for you to take to FBA? This is why we always drop ship before we go straight to FBA, because it takes away almost all of the risk. You can test product after product. Like, is it going to cost me any money to list this product on my Amazon store? Right, get some really good images, make myself a really, really good description, like I'm doing my listing for Amazon FBA, right? I want the best images, the best listing and description, keywords and title, and the best price I can possibly figure out by doing my research. And I'm going, what's that going to cost me to list that? $0. If I wanted to order this from Alibaba, and let's say I needed at least 100 units, and let's say it's $100 cheaper, right, or $80 cheaper on Alibaba. Let's say it's $170. If I want to order at least 100 units, right, that's 17 grand, right? So not the greatest way to go if you don't know if the product's going to sell or not. So that's why you want to drop ship it first. And in this case, we found this guy. We found this product. We didn't find too many of these in-wall with the video stereo system things. So I think that's really cool. It's a really good product opportunity here. This guy's trying to capitalize on it, but as you can see, he's not doing great. It's got very poor English instructions. There is no bass or treble adjustment from the one review that said there's no tonal adjustment, right? So if you take a look at this one on AliExpress, there's a pretty decent chance that it will have that, right? You just have to look through the description. Now, I'm not going to stay here the whole time and look through the description, but that's your job for you listing your own products. But this is just to give you guys an idea, and it's to show you how to use the Helium 10 black box, which thing's actually really cool. Now, I don't always do my research off the black box. I like to kind of find a product from a supplier first that I think looks good, has a good price. Then I'll go to Cerebro. Then I'll go to Amazon and search competition. Then I'll find someone who I think would be decent, kind of like one of these guys with less reviews, not well-known brand name, and I'll plug them into Cerebro. Now we'll go over that in a different video. But what I want to do before we cut this video out is I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to get rid of the that speaker system we were just looking at. I'm going to look at this one. So this is a cheaper product. This is guy's obviously crushing it. 5-star reviews, $16, currently out of stock. Now, this seems like a really, really cool product. So what I'm going to do is go look at his sales rank. What do we got? 2,000. So this is a much better product, right? Have you ever seen someone that's got less than 10 reviews or less than 5? Like, this guy's got 5 reviews, and he's already ranked 2,400. That is insane. And this is a brand name I've never heard of in my life, right? Like, what's the brand name? Danielle with 3 L's. Like, I don't even know if this person's actually branded their item or not. They literally might have just sent it into FBA. There's no idea, right? Now, if they were smart, they'd have branded this product, right? But 2,400 already, and they only got 5 customer reviews. They're doing something right. So what you want to do is find products and sellers with products like this. Analyze. Next thing you want to do, go take a look at what else is going on Amazon when it comes to screen magnifier. I'm going to say a smartphone screen magnifier. So I would go to Amazon, open up a fresh tab, and I'm going to go, could be even iPhone, right? You're kind of narrowing yourself down if you're just doing iPhone, but iPhone screen magnifier. Let's take a look. Not a massive amount of competition on just that keyword, right? 400 results. But let's take a look at what's going on. 3-star, 3.5 star, 3.5 star, and they're all under 15 bucks. Okay, here's another one. That one's kind of cool. Retro 8-inch. That's actually pretty cool. 28 bucks. So you can see there's not a massive amount of competition for this product, because if we're looking at the first page, there's not a lot of products that have like hundreds and hundreds of reviews, right? Now you want to, on the first page of Amazon, another piece of advice I can give you is the less competition there is, like if you can find a couple people selling a similar product and they're ranked like this guy, like 2,000 in electronics. Let me go back to that sales rank. Where's your sales rank? Okay, guys like this, and then you go search out like some major keywords that would be related directly to the product. Then you want to take a look at other competitors and what they're doing. Some other ones with really good sales rank, right? Like 16,000, that's pretty good. 16,000, 160, not amazing. And that's good, because once you see maybe a handful and they're only on the first page, and then the rest, the majority of the competition, let's say higher prices, like this guy 17, this guy 24 bucks. Where's that other guy for 30 bucks? So this is really good. So if you're in that lower pocket of price range, which is going to be 10 to 15 bucks, and let's say maybe another feature would be 12-inch, because I'm seeing a lot of them that are like 8-inch and 8-inch, 8-inch, 8-inch. Here's a 12-inch. There's another 12-inch, 17 bucks. Another 12-inch, 23 or 24 bucks, right? So to me, this is already a really good product. I would go right ahead and then next thing I want to do is search for this. So I'm going to go to AliExpress, and I'm going to go, I'm going to go phone magnifier. I'm going to see if AliExpress has some that I can drop ship immediately. And there's one right there for 4 bucks. I mean, this stuff right here is pure gold. This stuff right here this is what I personally do to find products that I want to do original listings with. I want to brand a product. I want to build a product out. I want to prove viability, and I want to see if this product can actually sell before I decide to go Amazon FBA, before I decide to, find a supplier with a better price. I will just find it somewhere like AliExpress. What I want to do is see if I can get it shipped from United States. So if I can get a US ship from. No, but I do see, okay, $2 shipping. See if we can get a $2 shipping delivered faster than that. So that's 3 weeks. So Amazon economy shipping, not going to accommodate 3 weeks shipping, right? That's not going to work. So what you want to do is find another supplier with this same product that ships faster, right? Like that last product we looked at, delivered in 2 weeks. So you could get away with that if you set your economy shipping to, I think it's 8 to 12 or 8 to 14 business days or whatever, because you also put a 4-day handling time. That leaves you 4 to 5 days handling and 8 to 14 days shipping. That's like 18 or 19 total days. And definitely with DHL shipping, which I think it was $2 for that last product we looked at, it'll definitely arrive in time for your economy handling time. So all you want to do is look for a supplier with a good enough price and one that ships fast enough. Another thing you can do is just come here and click ships from United States. See if any pop up. Okay, there's one. Cell phone magnifier. Now what I want to do is make sure it's going to, let me open that one, and let me open this one too. So generally, because of what we're looking at, I want to go with at least a 12-inch, right? Because then I know I can price it somewhere around this guy's price, right? Like I don't want to list an 8-inch and try to sell it for 15 or 20 bucks because these guys are selling ones that are 50% bigger for the same price. So you don't want to do that. Ship from United States, perfect. See if it's actually in stock. Okay, cannot deliver to the United States, so that's obviously not going to work. Let me click here. There we go. Ships from the United States. Free. And it's like economy by 611, so that's about like I said, about 2 weeks, somewhere around 2 weeks. So you'd want to set up with that economy shipping time frame. Shipping template on Amazon. Now what size is it? Let's see. Okay, 18 centimeters. That's not 12 inches. That's not 12 inches, but it does look pretty cool. There's still, the price is still pretty low too, like $5. $5 with free shipping from United States. You can do economy handling. They have almost 1,000 pieces available. This is a product I would also list and sell. Obviously, I don't want to use this image with the Chinese writing all over it. People in Canada and the United States don't like to buy. Generally, well, they would rather buy a brand they recognize or something they don't assume comes from China, right? People aren't stupid. So, not everybody anyways. Anyways, I would definitely want to grab some of the good images, some of the best ones you can. Now, when you're using AliExpress, there's going to be a few things you're limited to, right? Like the descriptions are usually not amazing. You will be able to get a lot of really good info out of a description, but you're definitely going to have to craft kind of your own description on Amazon. You want to make a lot better description, so you're going to be taking the key points, crafting your own description, right? Then you're going to want to use the best possible image that you can find from your supplier as your main. I mean, there's some pretty decent images here. Definitely some pretty decent images. Now, I'm seeing multiple colors, but up here, there's no colors to choose from. Now, that could be a problem. It could be you list yours and you only use images of the black one, and AliExpress decides they'll ship randomly. What you can do is, if you ever see that, you ever catch that, they got a couple different colors. Every time you place an order, just put a note in the seller's note. When you go to place your order, you can say, please ship black one, please ship black one, please ship black one, every single time you place an order. And usually you'll get an answer back from these AliExpress sellers, and they'll let you know if they can do it or not, right? But generally it should be alright. You just want to make sure if you do catch a multiple color on a listing and you don't actually see an option to choose what color, just send them a message and say every time you place an order, hey, always send the black one, please. But this is a pretty cool product. $5 free shipping from US. You can do economy. There's another product, boom, just in this one single video that we found that we can drop ship, and it all stemmed from using the black box on Helium 10, right? So you can just dig through, do the exact same thing. Now, if you sell in different categories, obviously you just do the same thing. Just come choose a different category. Get rid of the electronics, right? And if you want to change the revenue to, let's find stuff that, something that's at least 10,000 monthly searches, and let's go a minimum price of $15. We can leave the maximum price the same. I'll leave the review count